This is TechZg news, and the big news today is coming from Xiaomi in the form of a possible Xiaomi Note 10 leak. This is the possible retail box for the Xiaomi Note 10. We still don't really know anything about the Xiaomi Note 10, but it is Xiaomi's 10-year anniversary and they are looking to do something big for the anniversary. The Note 10 had been rumored and this box shows us that it might just be coming. There was also some information thanks to XDA developers who found a 120Hz option in some of the code for MIUI 11. Whether or not this 120Hz refresh rate makes it to the Note 10, we still don't know. 120Hz seems to be a bit overkill and may be used in a gaming type phone and not actually the Note 10. But it seems probable that any Note 10 phone or any higher end phone from Xiaomi going forward will probably feature 90Hz. We had OnePlus bringing it to the forefront. Now Oppo and Realme all have 90Hz refresh rate phones, and they are sort of mid-range phones, so it makes sense that we are going to start seeing 90Hz refresh rate displays on Xiaomi devices very soon. Xiaomi also gave us some information today about a gaming monitor that they will be releasing for sale on the 21st of October. It's a 34-inch curved 21:9 display, looking really good, and the price as well. 1,999 RMB. It's also got 144 Hz refresh rates on there, perfect for gaming. Worldwide availability though, I'm not sure. This is going to be released in China and probably we'll have to wait a while for other markets. Oppo have been telling us their plans for 5G. They will release a 5G mid-range type phone before the end of the year. They've been releasing this information in association with Qualcomm, so we expect the new mid-range Qualcomm Snapdragon chips with 5G to be used. That means we may be seeing possibly a K series phone that will use this technology, or maybe they'll just add yet another phone to the Reno series, taking the amount of phones in the Reno series to about 10,000. This is important because 5G right now is just more on the expensive side and it's in very high-end phones. But using mid-range chips from Snapdragon with 5G means that it will be accessible to more people. Vivo have also said that they will be one of the first to use a Samsung-based chip with 5G in a Vivo phone as well. So moving on to something that Realme said, actually the Realme India CMO today mentioned some really interesting information that gives us an insight into how they choose how to design phones. So he said that 2020 is going to be the year where 5G really rolls out across all devices. Chips that feature 5G modems are much bigger and heavier and thicker in general than the current crop of chips. That means that when they're making a phone, they can't have both the big 5G modem chip and a pop-up camera in there. It will just make the phone too thick and too big. Recently, Redmi said that the K30 series will feature a 5G model and they're moving from a pop-up camera to a hole punch display. A lot of people questioned why they would do that, going from a completely 100% display into a display with a cutout in there, and this is obviously the answer. If you have a 5G chip inside, that means that the space is very limited and you can't have a pop-up, so you have to go for a cutout or a notch. More information on the Vivo K9i Snapdragon 855 version. We found out today that the 24th of October is going to be when this phone is released. And from what I've heard in China, this phone will be coming at around about 2,000 RMB. This is a really good price for a phone that prides itself on giving a lot of power, but the Snapdragon 855 is nearing the end of its life cycle, so as a chip it is getting cheaper. Samsung will be apparently manufacturing a phone with an under-screen camera in 2020. Ice Universe tipped this today and he is not often wrong. We've already seen Oppo and Xiaomi testing this technology out. It does exist, but it hasn't been put into any phones right now. But we might see a phone from Samsung in 2020 with the technology. So assume Xiaomi and Oppo will release phones with it too. According to Ice Universe, they will be able to make about 30,000 units a month when the technology and the infrastructure is in place. Do not expect this in a flagship phone from Samsung, but maybe in a mid-range type phone or a one-off type phone testing out that tech. Samsung have recently trademarked a ton of A series phone names. Unsurprisingly, just add a number onto the names from last year's models and you get anything from the A12 up to the A92. Samsung is apparently also considering a new type of glass for a new type of foldable phone. This time it looks like they're trying to use a glass instead of a plastic material for a foldable phone. The benefit is that it's less scratch prone, but the downside is that it can more easily shatter. Apparently, they are trying to put this in a phone that will fold like a clamshell, so a phone that is big and then folds into a smaller device. Foldable phones definitely are coming, but my question to you is, what type of foldable phone would you prefer? A phone that is at its biggest unfolded and then folds into something smaller, or a phone that is the phone size when it is folded and folds into something bigger? Let me know in the comments. We finish on the Meizu 16T, which had an image shared by Meizu CEO today. It shows the phone in this purple color, and I must say it does look a little bit like the Xiaomi Mi 9. It's got a triple camera on the back there, apparently around about a 4,000 milliamp hour battery too. Meizu will look to release this phone on the 23rd of October. That will be in China, as Meizu really don't have much of a market share anywhere outside of China. Subscribe for all the latest tech news, leaks, and rumors. Check out my Twitter for more information too. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.